on Divorce Court today. After less than 1 year of marriage, the romance is out the window and the couple sleeps in separate rooms. Derrick says he has lost the spark because Tasha constantly compares him to her exes. And Tasha is just waiting for the lavish lifestyle she thought he would provide. Tasha McKnight and Derrick McKnight have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toler to resolve. Testimony in divorce court starts now.
I have here Tasha McKnight and Derrick McKnight. The two of you have been together for 4 years. And then you get married, and after 9 months, you're looking to get divorced. And that always fascinates me, so I'm going to ask you some questions about that. Having said that, I will say this. You two have 2 chihuahuas, Mama and Dior. And yeah. Mrs. McKnight, you want to make sure when you go, you get Mama and Dior.
Yes.
So we are going to talk about that momentarily, but I would really like to know, how did we get here after 9 months?
I want to know, too. We've been together 4 years.
Yeah.
Great. He changed. As soon as we got married, he changed overnight.
You changed, too.
Okay, Mr. McKnight, I'm going to get to you. I'm going to get to you. In what way did he change when you married?
Well, for once, we stopped having sex. We haven't had sex in 5 months. We haven't been married a whole year. So do the math on that one.
I'm going to inquire gently. Have you not had sex in 5 months?
That's correct.
It seems that she's willing to participate. So it appears that that not having sex is your idea.
Well, yes, that's true. She's willing to participate, but the reason that we're not having sex is because of the way she makes me feel. She belittles me. Anything I do is not good enough for her. The way I support her financially, that's not good enough.
So the money's not right?
Money's not right. The way she talks to me, she constantly compares me to her exes. She keeps telling me what they did that I don't do. Trips that she's...
You don't have to say anything else. Ms. McKnight, do you compare your husband to your exes and then expect him to sleep with you at the end of the day?
I've never been with someone who doesn't want to touch me. Like, I don't
Do you
understand
think that there might be a reason for that?
I think because I gained 82 pounds. I really do.
Well, you didn't gain those all of a sudden.
No, but when we got married, I got bigger from a medical condition. Okay. So I feel like he's not attracted to me anymore.
But let's address, and that's something we're going to talk about momentarily because that may be a factor in it, but he stated clearly what his concerns were, that you belittle him. You tell him he's not making enough money, that you compare him unfavorably to your exes. Is he accurate? Do you do those things?
To some degree. I mean, he's a man.
She stays in contact.
So what does that mean? He's a man.
He's supposed to take care of the household. And that's how I feel. My dad takes care of my mom 43 years. The man, he feels like if he's not working for himself, he doesn't have to work.
Mr. McKnight, address that. Are you doing your part?
That's not true, because I did that and beyond. I've worked spinning signs for advertisements, and I've had also other jobs too. Party promoting, DJing, graphic design, tattoo artist, cutting hair. So I make pretty good money, but the money that I make is still not good enough to support her financial habits, because she had very expensive taste.
Mrs. McKnight, I guess what you were claiming is he wants to be his own business person. He doesn't want to work for somebody else.
Exactly.
And your contention is that if, in fact, he would allow himself to work for someone else, he could make more steady money.
Exactly.
Okay. His complaint is you just buy too much stuff.
And I really don't. I like nice things, but I buy it myself.
But the money that you spend on yourself does not go into the household.
Yes, I pay the rent. I pay the car note. I pay the insurance. I think I deserve to have a Coach bag here and there. after paying so many things. And he already doesn't have sex with me, so gee, that's the least I can get, a Coach bag.
But you got 4 children.
No, he has 4 children.
Oh, you have
I have
4
no
children.
Yes, I
Do
have
they
4
live
children.
with you, the 4?
No.
No. they
Oh,
don't.
okay. All right. But you're paying a lot of child support, I would imagine.
Yes, I do. And I do for them, and I still try to do for her or keep her happy.
Uh-huh.
If he had sex with me, I would be happy.
Let's address her fear. Her fear is that she's gained weight due to a medical condition, and as a function of that, you're no longer attracted to her. And be honest. I mean, just be nice, but be honest. Do you feel less attracted to her because of her change in size?
No, she's put on weight, but I still love her the same, and I still care for her the same.
But we used to have sex everywhere, anytime, any place, whatever you could think of. So how do you go from that to nothing? I would take once
I think it's the pressure. I think once you got married, you decided, I'm married now, so these following things should occur, and you're kind of like, get it done, get it done, get it done.
But he knew this about me before he married me, so don't marry me if
you don't want to hear all that.
Exactly, because I didn't change.
Mr. McKnight, what is your response to that? Because that's a good point.
Correct. We used to have sex in, out, upside down, in this, under that.
I got it.
But that was before she started comparing me to her exes and belittling me and making me feel like less of a man.
Next, would Derrick turn down a shower with Tasha because he'd rather play with their dogs? Is a third wheel causing problems in your relationship? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Real relationships in crisis. Divorce Court continues.
Now, I understand that the financial concerns that you have are not simply his inability to provide you with your wants, but you're currently having a minor financial crisis.
Yes.
Tell me the nature of the financial situation you are in.
We lost our home. We had to move back to California from Vegas. And that's a lot of stress on me.
Was there a sudden change in employment status for either you or him that precipitated that?
I stopped working for about 6 months because I was getting so sick.
She was sick.
Yeah. And it's like he made me feel bad the whole time I was home. Like,
and who was working, still pulling in income?
What did you do today? I'm like, I try to live. I make sure I woke up today.
I try not to die, right? I spent all day trying not to die. Yeah, you know, that unexpected illness followed by extreme stress of financial concerns that arise as a function of the illness is tough on everybody.
Right.
And everybody throws darts at the nearest person.
Yes.
And the nearest person is always the person that you love and are in the house with. And I think you have to be so very careful when you put on your outside of the house manners when inside of the house is under a lot of pressure. You have to you don't immediately accuse a coworker. You use please and thank you. It sounds stupid. It sounds silly, but you really need to return to basics. Hand-holding. I know it's tough. I know it's rough. I'm worried. All of those things, because it would almost be unusual if you weren't bickering.
He rubs the dogs more than he rubs me. Can I get a belly rub, a head rub? I'll take anything.
Ms. McKnight, I like you because you're making me laugh. And I like anybody who can make me laugh. You have a good sense of humor under a bad situation, so I appreciate that greatly. And Mr. McKnight, I like you too. Anybody who will go out there and flip a sign because that's not, nobody out there wants to be doing that. But they get out there and they do it, and I respect them for it. Go ahead. What do you have to say?
I got my friends passing by me while I'm outside, spinning the sign.
It's a tough thing.
It's very embarrassing.
And were you doing it in Vegas?
Yes, I was.
Was it hot?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
know.
But I appreciate that, and I tell him I appreciate him doing that. So I do let him know that I appreciate things, but make me feel nice. He knows I suffer from insecurities right now. So I get in the shower with him to try to start. What are you doing? Get out of here.
Something?
Yes, get out of here. He go out to the jacuzzi by himself. I go out there. He gets
Mr.
out.
McKnight, let me ask you this, and we need Mrs. McKnight to stop comparing you to exes and all of that. We get that part, and we're gonna stop, aren't we?
Yes, I am.
Sometimes when stuff gets sticky, somebody just got to step out of I feel zone and do the right thing. Even if she isn't coming at you completely correct, do you think you could just step out and lead a little bit? And I must say, because I always give, you've been married 9 months, and I hate people giving up after 9 months, so I always make them take a compatibility test so I can just maybe, dig up in that brain a little bit, see what's going on. And you said, I always ask if you think women are more emotional, and if so, does that have any, should determine who does and does not make decisions. And you said, yes, women are, and yes, because the man can deal with a lot more and be stronger at times and just needs her support in choices that he has to make. So to me, that says when things get rough, you're the first one to jump up and do the right thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you can't wait till she's saying exactly what you want her to say. You can't wait till she's feeling fine. You can't wait till she's giving you all of the kudos that you want.
Right.
You have to step up and do the right thing anyway. You got to break her off a piece every once in a while because she's feeling insecure. You're man enough to do that because you head of the household. How about that?
Well, it's hard for me to focus sexually because everything keeps going through my mind.
Oh, I got you. I'm so sorry. My bad. I get it.
Well, if
No. He got a lot of stress. Stress affects the whole body. Sometimes things don't.
Well, talk to me. He's talking to you more than he talks to me.
When divorce court continues, is Tasha's judgmental attitude really what brought this couple to court today?
Do you agree with Derrick that Tasha criticizes him unfairly? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now, 1-800-282-1991.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court continues.
I typically don't do this, but I want you two to have a quick conversation because I think you're talking past one another. And I'm going to help you say the right thing, and I'm going to help you say the right thing. So, Ms. McKnight, you started by saying, and I saw this also in your compatibility test, you don't believe he'll open up to you about his concerns and his fears. Tell him what you're looking for from him in that department.
All I want to know is if you're scared of starting your own business, that's fine. Talk to me. Tell me what's going on with you. You sit up, you're quiet. We can sit in a room for hours, you won't say anything to me. Something could be bothering you, I don't know. You won't tell me nothing. I used to be your best friend, so why are you hiding stuff from me? I feel like you're secretive now. You sit on your phone all day, and you don't say nothing to me. You don't hold my hand, nothing. Like, what happened to us? I feel like you're my brother, not my husband, and that's not right. It's really not right.
Ms. McKnight, thank you for that. That was well stated. I'm going to give him a little bit of room here, and I'm going to tell you one thing. It is much more difficult for men to say, I'm not doing well, I am failing, I am not doing my job than it is for women. It's very easy for us to say I'm wrong. We say I'm sorry out the wazoo. Men even have trouble going to the doctor. Took my husband to the doctor once. He said, because he had had a headache for 4 days. He gets there, and the doctor says, you have a headache? And he said, no. And I said, but you've been complaining about it 4 days. He says here, but I don't have one now. It's they don't like to lead with their week.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So I'm just putting that out there.
Okay.
But you made an honest, sincere, and good request. And Mr. McKnight, how are you going to respond?
Well, I would talk to you more if you were more understanding and not so quick to judge me for the things that I say to you. Because everything that I say to you, you always end up taking it the wrong way. And then it always escalates into an argument. And once we start escalating to an argument, then the conversation's over. And as far as holding your hand, being more affectionate, I have to feel the need to do so. Like I said, you always talk about me, what I do, and what I don't do for you. But I feel what I do is enough because I will do everything and beyond to try to support us and make my marriage work.
Hey, let me say this right here. I think you two are demonstrating the difficulty between genders. Women need love when they're least lovable, and men need applause when they least deserve it. When he comes to you with what he can't do or what he's not able to do, you can't tell him what to do. He needs to be supported in that moment, not told where he's failing. And if you tell him what he needs to do, that's telling him that she fails. You got to hold her hand even when you don't feel like it.
Judge Lynn Toller's ruling next. Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toller's ruling right now.
Is the handhold the problem?
No, I understand what you're saying. And a little love is better than no love at all. Now I'll give her kisses, not on the cheek. I give her kisses on the lips, and she doesn't even want to accept that. She said, "You're giving me these little baby pecks, like a boyfriend and girlfriend." Yeah. But I'm still trying to.
And I get all that was what happened, but you can't change that. You can't fix it. I've told her what to do. I've told her she's got to be supportive and not messing and picking at you, even with the, complaining about the nature of the kisses she's getting. She's going to stop that, right?
Yeah, yes.
She's not going to do that anymore. She's going to raise you up and not pick at you. And in return, you're going to hold her hand. It's hard, but do it anyway.
He tells me if we hold hands or kiss.
You're fighting me. Why are you fighting me?
I'm not fighting you.
Yeah, you are.
See?
Now, anything I do that's affectionate, she says I'm doing it just to shut her up. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do nothing.
But no, now when you go home, she knows that you're doing it because I told you to.
Well, if you hold my hand and say, "All right, you're happy now," I mean.
Can you try? Can you try? But if you can't figure it out, you want to leave with Mommy and Dior.
Yes, my baby.
Did you bring Mommy and Dior into the relationship?
Yes, I
Look
did.
at our babies.
Those are my babies.
Oh, you know you spending too much money.
Exactly.
That's just
I don't
wrong.
have kids.
Exactly.
I don't have kids.
That's just what. But you don't have enough money. Whether or not you have kids or not, if you don't, you can't keep your house. You don't have enough money. They should not be blinged out.
Look at the dog's taste.
Mr. McKnight, you understand that those are her dogs, right?
Yes,
and you don't claim that they're your dogs.
Yes, he
Well,
does.
wait a minute.
I mean,
Go ahead.
they're
Do
my-
you?
They're my
Why?
babies too.
They're your babies too. You love them.
Yeah.
You care for them.
Yeah.
Did you bring them into the relationship?
No, I didn't. But I love them because they don't judge me, and they understand me.
Because they get kisses.
And when I talk,
Hang on.
they
It
listen.
is my hope that you heard me, and that you don't leave one another.
I heard
But if you do, you're taking out the dogs that you
Yes.
brought in. Molly and
I'm still
not
gonna
Molly.
go-
Mommy
Mommy
and
and Dior will remain in possession of Mrs. McKnight.
I'm still gonna see him.
Good luck to both of you.
Tasha and Derrick agree with the judge that their relationship is worth saving and will try to show more affection to each other. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court.